Good morning. This is Gems in. It's 1 o'clock. Come in. It's 1 o'clock here. This is Monday morning. Come in. Hey, trouble. Service. This is Monday morning. Quick.
3 years ago, concerns he was attempting to an Al-Qaeda militant group. The men remain under arrest in hospital. Secretary says it is essential that police and intelligence agencies are
Listen to LBC 97
a revival for plans for a so-called
Radio
charter.
London.
Downing Street says the Prime Minister remains fully updated on the Woolwich investigation as he holidays with his family in Ibiza. Prime Minister is pictured on the
they're helping out raising
at a cafe on the island.
money for their soldiers who came back from their war.
A teenager has been charged with murdering an 88-year-old woman in sheltered housing in East London. 17-year-old.
I want to try and talk about this Woolwich experience here. How this Hegelian dialectic is working. First, just let me mention, like, the radio station is trying to help their soldiers who was injured. That's a good thing. To help someone that's hurt. Now, Michael Adelbojo is a sacred warrior, and he defended his people there against that soldier. That's a high thing. It's a high thing. I'm not going to say that's a good thing. See, as you start to get up onto these levels where we're in end time, when you get up above, if you start to judge using your mind is constructed using principles built on your languages and thought. Most everyone in the Western world uses Judeo-Christian thought in their mind. This is black and white business, good and bad, guilty, not guilty, in or out. You don't talk about the in-between. Much less do you understand the wholeness of things. Much less do you understand the wholeness of things. And then maybe you're qualified to judge. People look at things, what happened to them today and yesterday, or today and 5 years ago, or 50 years ago. Very rarely does someone take in the big picture with all the lies. And that's one thing that make it very hard and almost, very hard to discern, is because the amount of lies. Okay? Now, what we have in these type of events that are surreal but real, the beheading that happened in Woolwich is unreal, but it's real. And that young man is real. And he is a sacred warrior. And this is a holy war. But what you're seeing now, after the event, is a lot of confusion about what is real, was it fake, who staged, what happened, why would it take the police 20 minutes or 30 minutes to get there? What was happening? How come the people were walking around so naturally? How could the killer just be so natural? Well, number one is most people don't understand a holy war and a sacred warrior. It took more courage than most people can imagine for that man to do that act and to stand there. You heard him talk to the people. There's no crackhead there. Now the people walking around in different things to try and discern brings you into the Hegelian deeper. That's what they want. How does the woman walk by with her basket? But one thing I want to talk about, which they're doing a lot about, is this issue of fake blood. Fake blood on the film, fake blood on their hands, fake blood on the street. What they do in a lot of things is they take a real event and then they're going to doctor those evidence and introduce doubt and put it back into the public. And then them same ones are going to come back and question it and show it to you and say, hey, look at what's over there. So they're like double-crossing and triple-crossing the evidence and replanting it and leaving it and going around. And they're playing with other people and saying, hey, come look over here. Hey, look, you're getting warm. You're getting warm. Hey, you're hot. Look at this now. So these levels that we're at here, it's very difficult to discern the evidence you're looking at. Know that doubt will be introduced, and you have disinfo agents, and you have these high agents using the most high technology of the CIA Baphomet media that go in and change things. They can even go in and change memory, although it looks like they're prohibited in high fashion from doing that again. For it's caused some type of a blockout in time right now for their evil doings, the evil clonings, the same thing that happened in Ezekiel chapter 8, the evil things they do in the temple to make creepy Baphomets and creepy hands. They're doing now with all creepy, they call them chimeras. They clone pig and human and all animal and mix them and have them in factories. And now they're worrying if they have to give these things human rights. They're worrying now if these creepy things they have in factories and these creepy things that make fake meat and fake fish, if they have to give them human rights. If the fish that's been coming in the tins are humans. They coated human stuff into the fish and into the pig, into the goat. So the beings of humanity has been, it's an abomination now. So the thing about Woolwich is what I wanted to say there. And there's another concept of takiya, where when you're in a holy war, you're up on a very high level. Like you're up with the Lord. You're up serving the Lord. And you see up on that level, you don't test the Lord. The same thing when you go on this high levels, don't go up there to test. Don't go up there to judge those levels. You get in trouble. And you fuck things up. That's what in Mark 8:33, when Jesus told Peter, get the fuck behind me. You're like Satan. Get behind me because you're thinking like a man. The thoughts of man. That's Mark 8:33. So takiya is when you're a sacred warrior. You can't judge a sacred warrior because he's authorized to do anything. He's authorized to blaspheme in any fashion. Know that.